Everyone on Not a Straight Line Live, this is your Act 1 beginner's call. Beginners to the stage, please. Act 1 beginners.
I've thrown myself a bit of a curveball this morning, dear listener, because usually I record these daily episodes the day before they get released so that my amazing, incredible, talented, gifted, awesome audio engineer Matt has a chance to wave all the magic wands that he waves over my ramblings to get them out at 11 the following day. But it's now just after 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, the 17th of April, which is the day that this episode is getting released. Because yesterday, Wednesday, was a slightly different day, and my morning routine kind of got interrupted, I guess is the easiest way to say it, because I was on a coach to London at 10 to 6 yesterday morning. Because on Tuesday evening, I got an email from my agent for a last minute audition in London. Yesterday I had to be down there in the morning. It's for a TV commercial. It's a great opportunity, so I did that, which obviously meant that my normal routine for rambling into my phone to record these episodes was, as I say, interrupted. And then I came back and had my self-tape to do and all that. And Matt said, look, if you want to record it in the morning, that's totally fine. So here I am. And I'm glad in a way that I did wait until this morning, because by the time I got back to Coventry from London, it's quite surreal, really. It's about over 6 hours on the coach down to London and back. And I was in the audition for, couldn't have been more than 6 minutes. I mean, there's a direct relationship there. It's like one hour travel for every minute of the audition. But anyway, what I was going to say was, by the time I got back to Coventry, I'd got an email from my agent saying that I've been recalled for that audition. So that's a good thing, because at audition, they see lots of people and they build up a short list, and just a much fewer number of actors then get recalled for a second audition. So that's today. So I'm going back down to London again, although I'm not going on the coach this morning. I'm taking the train, letting the train take the strain. And the reason I think that I'm glad that I'm waiting until this morning to record this is just how incredibly grateful and awestruck I am at the way things are working out, the ever clearer I get about who I am and who I be. And, it's never just one thing, is it? Ever? It's not just one thing in life. It's not just one thing in business. It's not just one thing in relationships. And, it's not just the work I did with Izzy last year. It's not just the work I'm doing with Jason Leister this year. It's not just the tapping that I'm doing with Brad Yates every morning. It's not just the breath work and the hypno breath work that I'm doing with Corinne Phelps every morning. It's never just one thing. It's not just these daily episodes of the podcast that I'm recording. It's not just the conversations I started with my guests back in June last year for Not a Straight Line. It's never just one thing. It's all the things. And I feel incredibly grateful the way things are turning out, but I also feel incredibly proud of myself for doing all the things and not being shy and not holding back from making investments in myself when really I couldn't, on the face of it, afford to make those investments. But actually I look back, and realize that if I hadn't gone out of my comfort zone. And for me, that's saying a lot. And plonking down the cash to be coached privately by Izzy for 6 months last year, I don't think I would be in the position that I am now. But it's not just that one thing. This is again what I'm saying. And one of the things the thing that I want to leave you with, dear listener, at the end of this episode to really reflect on is a couple of emails that I've had from Jason Leister recently. One of them is an email that he sent to his list. So everybody who is on his list got that email. And the other one is an excerpt from an email that he wrote to me personally. Like I say, I'm going through a program with him at the moment, and he's not replying to all of my emails when I'm submitting my weekly progress and weekly work, but he did to this one in particular. So I want to read both of them to you because they are linked, they are relevant, and they are important to you. So let me get the first one, and this is the one that I received. Just unlocking my phone here. This is one that I received yesterday, in fact. So it really is quite topical. And again, another great reason for not recording this episode yesterday, because I wouldn't have had this email, Jason's email, because he's in Hawaii. These emails come in towards the end of the day. April the 16th, by the ocean, sunny, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, that is. 8:19 a.m. his times. And then his email then carries on. It's impossible to start certain types of businesses when you don't even know they exist as a possibility for you. At the beginning of my business career, I started doing things the world could easily understand. I'll fix your computer. I'll design your website. I'll write your sales letter. I'll build your marketing system. These are all matrix-approved boxes that can lead to prosperity. But it wasn't long before those boxes started to get a bit cramped. After I moved in and lived in them for a while, I realized these boxes were just too small. You can stay in these boxes only if you're willing to allow the world to define you instead of the other way around. At the beginning, I needed those boxes. Eventually, I realized I was the box. Since then, business has transformed from being a journey where I looked for an existing open hole in the fabric of reality to occupy into a process where I become the cause of my own prosperity. Instead of hoping to get picked, I started the continual expression of who I am and all of the value that can provide to the world. Who you are can be the solution to someone's problem. And that's something you can scale if you really want to do that. These days, my business, in inverted commas, looks like this. There's a hyperlink, and this, there's another link. That's my wife, ! And this, again, another URL. And a lot of other things you won't find anywhere else on the planet done in quite the same way, because there's no one else like me. I call it the business of being yourself. That's the business I'm in. And that's really the business you're in. Once you dig down deep enough to realize it and figure out how to transform your unique, valuable self into a solution to someone's problem. Prospective clients and customers can search you out because of what you do or because of who you are. The simple forces of supply and demand dictate that getting paid for who you are is far more lucrative than the other options. Onward, Jason Leister. So that was the email that went out to his list yesterday. And the email that he sent to me in response to one of my emails I was going through his program is he was reflecting on my human design and my Gene Keys profile. And he said in his email to me, this from your Gene Keys profile: I unlock my prosperity through my gift of transmutation. Jason then went on to say, that's the problem you solve. You take substance from people and transform it into different forms to get it out to the world. So, dear listener, I'm going to go on record now on this episode of my podcast, Not a Straight Line, my personal podcast, my media platform, so to speak, on Thursday, April the 17th, 2025, that the ways that I do that are several folds. In the same way that Jason gave those hyperlinks, the ways that I exercise my gift of transmutation is through second chance management. That is a talent representation agency, I suppose, is the box that most people would be able to identify it as. And I take substance, artists, and I transform it into something powerful for the world. And the kind of artists that I'm drawn to are people like Katie, who is currently a primary school teacher. She's given in her notice. She wants to be a full-time writer. She is a full-time writer. And we're in conversation about second chance management representing her. So I'm drawn to artists who are not yet fully expressing their artistic self. The other way that I exercise my gift of transmutation is through second chance productions. And that is taking creative ideas, probably more often than not, scripts written by people like Katie, and transforming them into powerful, inspiring, impactful pieces of art for the world. Another way that I exercise my gift of transmutation is through my collaboration with Rob Drummond and Matt Bliss at Activate Your Podcasts. I help take substance, the expertise of our clients, and transform it into a story-led podcast that helps them communicate who they are. Going back to that first email that I read out from Jason, it helps them start to be in the business of who they are, not what they do. And the final way is as an actor. So I exercise my gift of transmutation there, obviously by taking words that are written by gifted writers and transform them through my gift and my craft as an actor into performances that help to change people's hearts and minds. So, just thought I'd put that on record this day, April the 17th, 2025. So in months and years to come, I can look back and other people can look back and can see that this is like... We're all on Not a Straight Line, aren't we? But this is the part of my non-straight line journey that maybe took a zig more towards me being in the business of who I am and showing up powerfully in the world as me, to exercise my gift of transmutation to help others. So, who are you? Who are you, dear listener? Whoever you are, I love you, and go out and change the world. Bye.